Hey hoop lovers, it's Deanne Love here, teaching you all the tips and tricks that you have asked for. So, when I put out on the Hoop Lovers Facebook page and asked for what you would like to learn, there was this common response. And I'm getting the feeling that it's a lot of you amazing superstar hoopers and you're asking for paddling and breaks and reversals. Now, all respect and total love and crazy amounts of gratitude and wholeness to my amazing Capricorn brother, Jonathan Baxter, from the Hoop Path, who created this amazing philosophy, let alone these crazy patterns of hula hooping movement that have just spawned this whole entire Hoop Path. Great name. So I am going to show you what I have evolved in my body as breaks and reverse on the chest and on the waist. Now, I've only ever had the pleasure of taking 2 classes with Baxter. Amazing. The rest of the time, I just continue to stalk him online, and I really look forward to a time when I can come back and do some more work with him over in the States. But for now, I'm doing my breaks and my reversals and my paddling here in Australia. And so I'm going to show you what it looks like on my body, sadly without all of that beautiful Hoop Path philosophy. So I hope this helps you out a little bit from a practical point of view. So I'm going to keep this tutorial fairly simple and give the basics of what my body understands to be breaking and reversing the hula hoop on the chest. And using the hands. Now, in my hoop flow, the breaks and reverse help me to continue the momentum of my hoop and to bring some interesting movement to chest hooping that doesn't involve me alternating my arms in and out. So when the hoop is in flow, and for me this is my dominant flow going to the left, I'm going to use my left hand to stop the flow of the hoop and pass it in towards or press it in towards my chest. And then I'm going to do and repeat the same with my right hand. So for me, it's a balancing act between the palms of my hands, my chest, and the outside of my shoulders. Now, I distinctly remember learning these moves when I'd come back from Japan and I was in Sydney. And I stood out on Bunny Hoop Star's porch at the time, overlooking the beach, so gorgeous. And I did this so repetitively because it was part of a performance that we had to do, that I ended up with some crazy bruises right here and here. So you're going to need to feel it on the outside of the arms, the palms of the hands, and the chest. Now, a lot of people go for the grab, but the grab means that the hoop is going to fall down. For me, it feels more like there's a pulse. So as the hoop comes around, touches the outside of the arm, I'm going to use this hand pulse and repetitive kind of drumming in towards my chest. 1, 2, 1, 2. It's short and sharp, but there's this kind of body percussion that goes on. Now, if you're trying to grapple with understanding the timing of the hoop, you want to make sure that you ground yourself in, give yourself some time to just feel the beat. 1, 2, 1, 2. I have seen some hoopers go crazy fast and time themselves to some really outrageous beats. But you want to find that really important balance where gravity doesn't take over, but that you can then push the hoop in continuously to your chest. Now, the other thing that I see is hoopers getting the timing, but not getting the spatial awareness. So they're throwing the hoop up to their neck, they're trying to grab it. You want to make sure that you imagine or create this band around your chest. So 1, 2. Now notice, when I have this repetitive 1, 2 break and reverse, most of the hoop circle is behind me. I'm not letting too much get out in front just yet. I'm just getting used to my balance. 1, 2, 1, 2. Most of the hoop is behind me. After a while, you can start to move your body into it. And just getting used to that balance. Coming back to the center. 1, 2. Another great practice, if you're working on your chest, is to get into your chest hooping flow and just do a left-right break. 1, 2, and off you go again. In that chest hooping flow, use the palms of the hands and the balance and continue to go. This can help with the speed and the momentum. If you're losing momentum and your hoop feels like it's going down, 1, 2, fast break and move around. Now you're often also shifting the weight in the base of your body, in your legs, shifting from side to side. 1, 2. You can also try your breaks and reversals in a parallel position to the floor. So you're going to use one hand, either hand, doesn't matter. After resting the hoop on your upper back, your shoulder blades and the outside of your arms, you're going to use your preferred hand to push the hoop in towards your chest and let it roll and catch on the other hand. Now you're not pushing it in towards the neck, or you're not trying to push it too crazy and let it fly around too many times. This is a soft and gentle and precise push into the chest and drop, into the chest and drop. 1, 2, shifting the weight of the body. Now you'll notice the difference with these simple breaks and reversals. When I'm upright, most of the hoop is behind me as I'm getting used to the timing, my hand, hoop, and body coordination. But as I go down towards the earth, gravity pulls the space of the hoop down, and that's okay. I'm still able to balance on the hands, the outside of the arms, and the chest, and letting the hoop fall down. Now you can start to rock into it, side to side, let the other arm fall down, and eventually turn this into a barrel roll. Now, in the beginning of this tutorial, I used a heavier and larger hoop, and this one's around about 100 centimeters in diameter. But for comfort and ease and pace speed of breaks and reversals on my chest, I actually like to use a smaller, lighter hoop, and this one's around about 85 centimeters in diameter. So this pipe is also a little bit heavier, which works against gravity. Gravity wants to pull it down to the earth. So something a little lighter and faster might help you. Although, if you're still working on your chest hooping, you might want to go up a size. It's so hard to have just one hula hoop, isn't it? You need so many different sizes. So I'm going to go with the smaller one for this one, because we're going to go from a two-handed break and reverse to a one-hand, which is a lot faster. Again though, the same principles apply. It's the hand, heart, and hoop coordination. I'm balancing the hoop on the outside of the arms, slightly rotating the body so that I'm melting into the shape of the circle. And when I feel comfortable, because my hoop predominantly spins to the left, I'm going to use my right hand to pulse 2 times. 1, 2, 1, 2, as opposed to left, right, I'm right, 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 right. Feels a lot faster, feels a little bit more exciting. So you could be rocking around on your chest, playing with your moves, practicing all of that balance and control, shifting the weight, 1, 2, right, right, and off you go. Playing with little combinations. You can also do the same towards the earth. Left and right pulses, break and reverse, or simply one hand. I really like to get my body to move into the hoop. Now, if you want to give yourself a little bit more of a cruisy time, but you still want to reverse the flow of your hoop and go in an opposite direction, you can do breaks and reversals on your belly. So if your hoop is going to the left, you're going to use your left hand close on the outside of your hoop and push it back in, so that you're now in your second, your outflow, your other direction, whatever you like to call it. And then again, stopping on the opposite side. Now you can do this as a drill to give yourself some extra practice in your second direction, or you can do this repetitively to make it into a break and reverse dance or flow. You might like to turn into it, break, reverse, turn, break, reverse. Now sometimes I see hoopers kind of really trying to find where their hoop is. If you can get the understanding that as the hoop is coming around and hitting your body, it's going to touch a point or points at the front, and as it touches the point at the back, you're also going to grab it. So it's almost like you're opening up your hand and just allowing the hoop to fall into the hand's grip. You're not chasing and trying to grab. So just opening up the hand and the hoop is falling into the hand. You can play with mixing them up. Waist reversals, shoulder reversals, 2 hands, 1 hand, back down onto the waist. Getting used to flowing in both directions. Thank you, hoopers. If you've enjoyed this tutorial, please make sure that you share it with your hooper friends so that they can strengthen their super hooper powers. And if you have any requests about anything to do with hooping, please leave me a comment on the Hoop Lovers Facebook page.